Boys and girls, welcome yet again to another Bedtime Stories. Well, story because it's not plural, but you get what I mean. This is Josh Hunter, back yet again to do another one of these. And this week we're actually talking about summer blockbusters. Um, it's about 1 in the morning, so I'm very tired, so I'm going to try and, much like a freshman boy, to knock this out as quickly as I can and get to sleep. So so,
Why,
so
Josh?
if I miss a movie that you guys love or are really anticipating, I apologize. But these are the movies I personally am looking for the most forward to. Wolverine just opened yesterday, uh, Thursday at 12 o'clock technically, and that officially marks the official, in the eyes of the media, the beginning of summer blockbuster movies. But we've already had at least one come out in the last Fast and the Furious movie that made like 70, I want to say it was about $60 million its first week, and you never heard from it again. But I mean, it obviously made its money. But when I look at movies that I personally am looking most forward to, I was looking really forward to X-Men Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine, but a couple of my friends have seen it and they've said that it's just eh, and the fact that they haven't read the comics and they're saying it's eh, and considering I have read the comics, I've been a huge X-Men fan since I was like 4, and I have read the comics, I'm pretty worried the movie's gonna suck. I hope that's not true, and when I do see it next week, I'll definitely be posting a bedtime story about it and about, especially for us geeks out there that really do love X-Men. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not looking as forward to it as I once was. So hopefully it'll be good, but from what I've heard, it's really not. So we'll see what happens with that. Um, Something that I used to kind of watch as a kid that I'm not really that excited about, G.I. Joe's coming out this in a couple months. Um, It'll be interesting to see how they do it, with the Rise of the Cobra and everything. Dennis Quaid's in it, who's actually a pretty credible actor. I don't know exactly who else is in it, because I haven't, this isn't something on the top of my wish list. I mean, you might as well give me a PlayStation 1 and tell me to look at games for it. I just don't care, to be honest with you. But this is something that has that geek following that could make some money. And speaking of geek following, the movie I'm looking forward to the absolute least, and when I say I could truly give a shit about this movie, I truly mean this. Transformers 2 Revenge of the Fallen comes out in July. And when I say that Shia LaDouche is a terrible actor,
Don't
I
make fun of one of my future husbands, Josh.
I truly mean that he's a douchebag. I cannot stand this guy. As much as it's depressing me to say it, he was the best part of the last Indiana Jones movie, which came out last year, which breaks my damn heart to have to say, because Harrison Ford just looked like an old geriatric. He might as well have had a walker while trying to use his fucking whip last movie. God, I hate that movie. Anyway, that's another bedtime story.
It's
I
gonna
will,
be a
I will
long
not, I will
bedtime
not go
story.
off on my Indiana Jones 4 tangent. Um, for you really big nerds out there, that's The Matrix 3 for me. I pretend like that movie never existed. So when people bring up Indiana Jones, I just pretend it never happened.
Anyway. Hey,
Uh,
Josh, you see Indiana Jones?
Anyways, wait till New Moon sucks. Anyways, but
You had to go there?
yeah, I
Really?
did. Yeah, thank you. But
Well,
Transformers 2, like I said, Shia LaBeouf,
Shia LaBeouf.
LaBeouf, douche, whatever. He's been doing the same formula as Jason Statham from the Transporter movies. He has movies with a lot of Transformers. He has movies
Yeah.
with yeah, that's the only movie that I recommend. No, he's done a lot of movies that have lots of special effects and lots of hot chicks. That's all he does, and they keep making money, so I can't blame him. So I mean, and Transformers will make money too. I will say this though, Megan Fox, you're fine. I mean,
Is she a fox?
yeah, you're a fox. You're ridiculous. I don't know why you'd ever kiss Shia LaBeouf because
Because he is a fine
because
mofo.
because he looks like he looks like wax when it melts on a candle. I mean, he's just an ugly piece of crap. But
You are so mean.
but that's just me.
You were wrong.
So there's that movie. There's Year One that's coming out with Jack Black and Michael Cera, which is like that whole caveman
Michael
movie.
Cera?
Honestly, what bums me out, Harold Ramis produced or directed it. I can't remember which one. For those of you really young kids who don't know who Harold Ramis is, he starred and helped co-write Ghostbusters, which is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. It was originally rated R, but they pushed it back and they removed some things so they can make it PG-13, family friendly, and all that crap. So that comes out. Honestly, if it was anyone else, I wouldn't go see it, but I adore Jack Black. I think Michael Cera, as uncharismatic as he is, that's what makes him charismatic, which is completely ironic. But he's, I don't think he's nearly as bad of an actor as people give him credit for.
I adore him.
So I'll definitely be seeing it. And the movie I'm looking the most forward to, because it's a part of my childhood, Terminator Salvation comes out in about 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks actually. And honestly, the only reason why it's going to be so awesome is because Christian Bale's in it. Batman is going to be in it. And we don't have to worry about him talking like this.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
I mean, that movie's going to be awesome. I'm going to say this right now for you guys that are saying, oh, it's PG-13, won't be as good. If you go back and you watch Terminator 2 Judgment Day, even though it had a rated R rating, by today's standards, it'd be a PG-13 movie. Like, there's really not any cussing, there's not nudity, it's just a bunch of violence, and quite honestly, Dark Knight walked a very fine line.
Oh, yeah, it did.
I mean, Dark Knight walked a very fine line between being rated R. If they'd shown more blood, it would have been rated R.
Or at least shown the pencil trick. Yeah. That would have made it a rated R if they showed the pencil trick all the way through.
So honestly, guys, Terminator 2 is a PG-13 movie. Notice I'm not mentioning Terminator 3 because that was a piece of shit. So honestly, it's not a big deal. So those are some of Blockbusters that are coming out. Next week we're doing music, the state of music, because there are a lot of groups that shouldn't be around.